Hello everyone, what is up? Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're going to be talking about what's happening with XRP in the XRP community. Now in CoinMarketCap, we are in the 18 cents range and XRP just had a small bounce. But now guys, before we jump into news, I like to say I'm not a financial advisor nor is this financial advice, just a certain statement of value only. Supreme XRP has tweeted out, PID puts XRP at the top of the food chain. Ripple's playing global payments chess and has checkmated the global payments industry. Now we can see from this next tweet from Ripple Panda XRP, basically PID is turning this XRP address and tag number to this right there. So that's your username. We can see that's a destination. So this makes it easier for the average Joe to jump in. Next tweet comes from XRP Shiz.
Today, this meeting serves as a launch pad for the next chapter, the Great Reset. We have contributions from His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, from UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, from IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva, and from many more in the next hour and a quarter. But to get us underway, let's hear from the forum's Executive Chairman and Founder, Professor Klaus Schwab.
Thank you, Adrian. It is obvious that we are in the midst of the most severe crisis the world has experienced since World War II. 75 years ago, countries and people came together to shape the post-war global order, which brought us decades of peace, increased global cooperation, and prosperity to hundreds of millions of people around the world. The COVID-19 crisis has shown us that our old systems are not fit anymore for the 21st century. It has laid bare the fundamental lack of social cohesion, fairness, inclusion, and equality. Now is the historical moment, the time, not only to fight severe virus, but to shape the system for the need for the post-corona era. We have a choice to remain passive, which would lead to the amplification of many of the trends we see today: polarization, nationalism, racism, and ultimately increased social unrest and conflicts. But we have another choice. We can build a new social contract, particularly integrating the next generation. We can change our behavior to be in harmony with nature again. And we can make sure that the technologies of the fourth industrial revolution are best utilized to provide us with better lives. In short, we need a great reset.
We need a great reset, guys. This is the next chapter, the Great Reset. Our old systems are not fit anymore for the 21st century. Now is the historical moment, the time. In short, we need a great reset. XRP family, the time is now. Buckle up. XRP Mate has tweeted out,
Brad Garlinghouse quote, "What we're doing and executing on a day-by-day basis is, in fact, taking over SWIFT. So on a scale from 1 to 10, how close do you think Ripple is to taking over SWIFT?"
Well, I mean, there's still a long ways to go. I'd put it like in that process, we're still in sort of a 2 or 3, because you can look at how much money is still passing through those old legacy rails, and old habits die hard. I mean, those correspondent banks, they make a tremendous amount of money on the friction that remains within the correspondent banking system. And so while some banks have gotten on board with Ripple, let's be very clear, when you have something that reduces that much friction, that's going to cut into, a very exclusive club of banks that have had it very good for them for a very long time. And so it doesn't matter what your technology is. You can have even regulation on your side, but that is a powerful market dynamic to unwind. And so don't know what it's going to take to get to a tipping point, right? SWIFT is still the big dog, right? So Brad's a hungry guy. He's an aggressive. He's got a suit on, but he's aggressive. So I don't want to handicap that one as above sort of 2 or 3 out of 10.
Right.
Well,
Ripple is still at 2 or 3 out of 10 in terms of how close they are in taking over Swift. So guys, there is still time, just be patient. Alex Kopp has tweeted out, "It's been super boring lately, every day is the same, then Ripple can announce Bank of America. Haven't forgotten about that insane document leak. Don't forget guys, there's still more announcements to be coming." Next tweet comes from XRP Yo-Yo.
That you are doing for money, what email did for communication. Do you think this is really going to take off to that extent?
You know, we do. When we look at the world, you see a world completely connected on an information web. And that's terrific. That makes things tremendously efficient. But what we don't have is the sense of a value web. Payments, the exchange of value is still pre-internet based on 40-year-old technology. And so that's very expensive. That really slows e-commerce. Lots of parts of the world don't have the ability to make payments. So this new technology that really is a second gen of Bitcoin enables now value to be exchanged in the same way that information is currently exchanged. And that's a big deal, we think.
But do you think, Chris, that people are actually going to be comfortable using a kind of virtual currency? I should ask you, too, how is what you've produced on the coin side, on the digital currency side, different from what Bitcoin's already doing?
So what Bitcoin set out to do is really build a new currency that had no central bank. So in a way, Bitcoin is sort of a way of storing value. Ripple is a completely different idea. We're using the same breakthrough technology, but we're using it to build a currency-agnostic value exchange or value web. So you actually don't need to adopt a new virtual currency to use Ripple. You can use it with dollars, euro, yuan, real, anything you like. We have a math-based currency built into Ripple that is like Bitcoin, but it really functions as an enabler. So we think most people will use Ripple using their existing things of value, like dollars or euro or yen.
So to what extent, Chris, are you seeing pushback? I know one of the companies that you risk taking market share from is a company such as Western Union. I mean, this is a pretty regulated space. To what extent are you facing headwinds like that?
So you're absolutely right. I mean, law enforcement regulators are right to be concerned about any new technology, but we worked a lot with law enforcement. We were just in D.C. This week, for example. We work with Promontory Financial. So we think that regulators will, if you can express the potential of these to really help business and commerce, and at the same time show that they're actually more.
Chris Larson, why Ripple will beat Bitcoin, XRP the standard. Tony XRP has tweeted out, "We've all heard Brad talk about building the Internet of Value. The global infrastructure is complete. Rolling out PID is the final leg on board to the masses. Literally moving money anywhere as easy as sending an email." Once again, the final leg to onboard the masses. Now guys, we're into the fun part of XRP in the XRP community. Luminous Design has tweeted out, "Adding 985 day, which is 589 mirrored, to January 4th, 2018 when XRP hit all-time high, equal September 15, 2020. So we have this date right here, 2020 of September 15. And if you go down the reply from Anderson, we have 2021 in the same range in September. Blueshy has tweeted out, "Tomorrow the show starts. What do you guys think?" Up, and away has tweeted out, "Buckle up, XRP community. Tomorrow we enter into a new dimension." So it looks like something should be happening, guys. Keep an eye and look out for tomorrow. Two comes from Reborn. XRP community. Ripple, R3, SBI, Fed. Check out all of these, guys. Look at this. Are you guys still doubting? Are you guys still doubting? Robert R has tweeted out, "XRP Army still here? Are you guys still here, guys? Are you guys still here?" Final tweet for today's video comes from Baba Cugs. "Trust the plan. Is this the beginning of the end for the dollar?" Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already. If you guys would like to be a member, feel free. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. And hey, guys, see ya.
This is the beginning of the greatest economic cycle this country has had since World War II. And I knew the things that Donald would do, and he hasn't even got started. But this is the eye of the motherfucking storm, the perfect storm. It ain't never going to get any better. Never. This is perfect for the QLA model. If I could have written a prescription or a formula, I couldn't have written it any better. Low interest rates, money's free, you stupid. Massive chaos, And Donald's going to rip the mother economy apart. And he's going to practice in a good way. This is it. It ain't never going to get any better. This is like a multiple orgasm the rest of your life, you fucking slags that are in the audience. This is it.
Sometimes I don't want to hear what Dan has to tell me. But as I wrote in one of my blogs, the old man, he's always right. Because he's telling you what you don't want to hear about yourself, but what you know is true. And that is, you're not stepping yourself up. You're not stepping your game up. And you get caught up in fear. As Dan says, false expectations appearing real.